Good evening, friends. In this part 2 of the subject, deemed conveyance. Yesterday, we had an introduction about the basic concepts of deemed conveyance. In this episode, we are going to talk about the necessity and the advantages of getting deemed conveyance. Friends, the first advantage, once your society gets the property conveyed on its name, is that you get the legal title, clear legal title of the property, the land on which your building is standing, transferred in the name of the society, and you become the legal owners of that particular land and property. The second advantage is that becoming a legal owner of land and property helps you in retaining the additional FSI, if it is available, as per government announcements for the society. Then your property becomes free of any encumbrances and marketable. This helps you in getting permissions in future for either reconstruction or redevelopment of your property. It also helps you and your society to get loans for any major repair or renovation programs or redevelopment from banks and other financial institutions as and when required in the future. This is a very, very big advantage which the society gets. The society also gets benefit of TDR in the future, and if at all the society goes for any redevelopment program, the society members can get the advantage of getting some compensation from the builder, either in terms of money or in terms of extra FSI or extra square feet when the building is reconstructed. These are the basic advantages one gets if the building is or if the property is conveyed on the name of your society. Let's recap this quickly, and I'll be right back after the break. Friends, after this recap, now let us try to understand the necessity of going for deemed conveyance. Deemed conveyance करने की ज़रूरत क्या है, इसको भी हम जरा ठीक से समझ ले. First of all, understand one thing, that without conveyance, you are not owner of the land or the building. जब तक conveyance आपके नाम पे, आपके सोसाइटी के नाम पे नहीं होता, तब तक आप या आपकी सोसाइटी जिस जगह पे बिल्डिंग खड़ी है, वो बिल्डिंग और उस जगह के आप लीगल ओनर नहीं हो रहे होते. द बिल्डर, if he is in trouble or for if he has any ulterior motives, can in this case, without informing the society, mortgage the buildings without your knowledge or permission and raise money on his name, because unless the conveyance is done, the builder remains the legal owner. So he can dupe you by raising money by mortgaging your property without your knowledge. He can also sell open spaces, gardens, or any other free space available if yours is a huge complex and has ample free spaces. This also he can do because he is the legal owner of that particular plot. It is not yet transferred on society's name, so he need not seek permission of the society, and he can sell off directly as per his whim if he wants to. This is a real danger situation for any society. The builder, if you don't convey the property on your name in time, can later on ask huge amounts, sort of a blackmail, from the society, because remember one thing, deemed conveyance is a tripartite agreement of which the builder also is one of the parties. So he can ask huge amount from the society to give his signature and consent for conveyance if it is not done within the time required. The builder then also has the legal right, unless the conveyance is done, and without the society's knowledge, he can sell his developmental rights or legal rights to any other third party without the knowledge of the society, and create a third party interest in that particular property without society's knowledge, and later on the society will have a real tough time in getting the land and title cleared of that particular sale which the builder has done with a third party. It will have real tough time in getting that sale cancelled, and can incur huge expenses to get the property cleared and transferred in its name. So friends, it is always advisable that every society should go for the deemed conveyance after the 4-month period of formation of society. In case of many old societies in Maharashtra and especially in Mumbai and MMR region, which do not have land and property conveyed for years together so far, this drive of the Maharashtra government, this awareness drive of the Maharashtra government should be used as an opportunity, and the societies should start collecting the papers which are required, the preparatory papers which are required, pass resolutions to go for deemed conveyance, send a legal notice to the builder asking for deemed conveyance or conveyance if they have not done so far. So much for this particular episode. We shall look after and understand other factors pertaining to deemed conveyance in the next episode. Please see the presentation after my talk, and see you soon. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.